Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 over on Court Farm. Now it is definitely nice to be back. It was definitely nice to have a few days break. Now I know technically you got a video Monday, but I recorded that last week. But yeah, this is Wednesday's video, but it's weird because I'm recording this well early. Basically, I'm recording this on Monday, ready for Wednesday, because tomorrow I have got my car in the garage, and I basically just need to get this pre-recorded in advance. Now, I was going to do this a slightly different way. I didn't realise I was going to go and do the cultivating. I must have pre-set up ready for a bit of cultivating work. And instead, we're going to plough. So we're going to get this. We're going to get this ploughed today. This is going to be pretty much one of our jobs to do. I want to try and get a few little jobs done today. I've sold the harvester, guys. I did sell the harvester off recording. I needed to do it before the shop closed. I have made some changes as well to the map. Now those changes are just the shop opening time. I like the idea of the shop opening and closing at certain times, things like that, but at the moment I just feel like it's also a little bit of a pain in the ass that I can't always have access to the shop, basically. So what I've done is I've preset these up to go and do some little jobs around the farm or around the map, and they're pretty much two of the best paying jobs at the moment. One's a ploughing contract and one is a cultivating contract, obviously, as you can see. Hopefully with these two contracts we should be on the edge of completing or having enough money to possibly buy a farm. Now the farm we want to buy, I know that we're a long way into this series and we still don't have a farm yet, and I love that, to be honest. Not a case of procrastinating, because we've needed certain equipment. We've needed to do certain things within, within what we, the episodes we've done up to now. And I don't want to stop doing contracting work when we have to continue contracting work. My steering wheel's just gone off. It's very, very frustrating. I'll try and manage. I'll try and manage for now. I will try and manage. Give me 1 second. I've just moved my pedals out of the way. I pressed the accelerator that hard. I've actually physically moved my my pedals out of the way. So yeah, so I'm hoping once we've done this, we should be able to be on the edge of buying a piece of land. We might have to sell the Kubota to, like, say, fully buy, but it's not something I really want to do, because we're going to have a lot of fertilizing contracts. We're going to have a lot of seeding contracts come up. And I feel that with the Kubota, we can just, once again, same as last winter, we can just use that little Kubota to run some consumables about, some seeds, some fertilizer, and it can run it around the map a lot quicker. That's the idea. So it would be nice to be able to do something else to be able to keep the Kubota for now. Now there are other options for vehicles, but the Kubota does the job for now. I would like maybe a car or a JCB fast track, something with a bit of speed. I have got a JCB that I'm working on just off recording. It's a broken mod from King's Mod Photoshop. Right. I've got the hay fever is kicking my ass again today. I genuinely can't wait for winter so the hay fever can bugger off. That is genuinely my case at the moment. As you can see, we're getting as much on the width as we possibly can with the plower. Yeah, this bloody steering wheel doing my head in. It's because I've forgotten to open the Logitech software. That's exactly what it is. I have forgotten to open the Logitech software. So I've got like very little spring back. It is so weak. Now I know tractors in real life don't really have much of a self-centering spring back, but I like it because it just means like I can slide the steering wheel through my hands, and you know, like you're driving a real car, things like that. It just makes life a lot easier when playing this game. Now I am going to get this into a bit of a time lapse, but I think before I can do a time lapse, I really need to go and open the Logitech G software. And there you go again, it's gone off again. Right, give me 1 second, guys. I need to just fix this. Right, there we go. Looks, feels a lot better now. Yeah, it's just a personal preference. I just prefer it to have a lot of resistance. For me personally, it stops me banging the steering wheel in full lock as much as I do. I know I still do it, but it just helps me reduce how often I actually do that. Right, well yeah, I'm going to get the radio turned on in a second, guys, because it's the whole point of me fixing the steering wheel. And I need to crack on. We'll try and get as much done in the next couple of minutes, really. So we'll get the radio turned on, and we'll get as much done as we possibly can. There we go, guys. First contract done. Now I know obviously it does leave a little bit, but we can forget about that. That is fine. Let's have a look. This is £5,000. £5,000. That is absolutely fantastic. So I know we've got another ploughing contract. 40. So what's the next best paying one? It's got to be that, and it Field 120. I know. The problem is it means moving all the way over there when... Please tell me 49 is a ploughing contract. That is right next to us. Field 49 is a ploughing contract. It doesn't pay us the most money, but it is literally right next to us. I tell you what I have noticed though, that's very weird. Because we didn't get a chance to harvest all the fields, even though you can't harvest all the fields, this crop's not withered, but we're still... You know, we're still, yeah, we're still ploughing it out. So, very strange one, a very strange one. Now, the reason I have sold my harvester, guys, is we have some new harvester packs. Although one harvester pack is not installed, I've just realised I didn't press the little tick on the options to load it. But yeah, I will get that one loaded up. But I have been working on a little mod in myself in the background. just an edit of one from Mod Hub, not Mod Hub, sorry, from King's Mod. And yeah, basically the Ford one. I've been working on a lot of mods over the last few days, just fixing broken ones from King's Mod, things like that. Links are in my Discord. I don't claim any credit other than I just like to put fixed by me. I'll give you an example. If you look on King's Mod, there is a Ford mod. I do love Fords, you should know that by now. The 8630 mod. Now, if anyone realises or remembers the mod or knows the mod I'm talking about, you will know after about 5 minutes of use, it has no paint. It literally has no paint. It's completely and utterly bare. Not anymore. My version that I've spent some time working on has different tyre options, different tyre sizes, different tyre brands, the textures fixed for the wear and the dirt. So yeah, I've done loads of other bits, I just can't remember off the top of my head, and without looking at the list of the stuff I've done, because I always list what I've done in the Discord. Yeah, just kind of working on it. And the Ford Harvester. Now, if you look on King's Mod, you will see a Ford 642 Harvester, I think it is, off the top of my head. Yeah, I basically just done some work to that. I kind of stripped out the mod a little bit. I put in a sunflower / corn header in it, in the pack itself, rather than having them separate like the guy who made the mod. He released headers separately. I basically put the headers inside the mod, so it's just a one mod instead of three. Again, just to cut down on mods installed, really. Yeah, I haven't put all the different headers in. I just put the biggest corn header, which I think was only about 5.5, maybe 6 meters at the most, and then obviously the default normal header, which I believe is about 5.1 meters. So, you know, just little bits that I've done, little things like that. What else? I've been doing loads lately. I've spent a lot of time on the 8630 mod though lately. It's been a learning experience for a bit of the, you know, some of the repairs on it. I've had to learn. A couple of people in my Discord, I wouldn't name them, but I don't know if they'd be all right with that, so I won't say that. But I have got a couple of people in my Discord who basically just help me when I get to something I've not done before. Yeah, and then I've got a couple of guys who I send the mods to just to make sure, because I can't always be on the computer, do you know what I mean? As I had last week, my eldest had a full-on meltdown last week, all because we're getting a new bathroom. Yeah, but that's just his autism. But yeah, just you know, if anyone's interested in those, like I say, oh, I tell you what I did do. I made a skid steer, but I put a trailer hitch on the back of a skid steer. Have you ever? Now this was a personal preference mod edit for me personally. Just sometimes, if you're in a skid steer and you need to move a trailer, would it just not be nice if the skid steer could just move the trailer? Now I'm not talking a big massive 100,000 litre capacity trailer. I'm talking like a little flatbed trailer, for example. Would it not be nice if you could have a skid steer that could just move a little flatbed trailer around the yard and things like that? Well, now you can. It was a New Holland pack, and I basically just put a rear hitch on the back of them, basically. I got an i3D of a rear hitch, and I basically just put it on. Literally just as simple as that. Oh, I'll tell you what else I did on the Ford 8630 edit. I installed a fuel gauge. Now, for the very first time, I managed to get a fully working animated fuel gauge. Now, I know to some people who may watch this and may edit mods and may create mods and be like, well, that's really simple. For someone who knows how to do it, yeah, but I'd never done it before until over the weekend. I spent a long time trying to learn how to do it, and I actually managed to get it done. Now obviously I did use other mods to help the bits of code I needed, you know, not you know, to see how it worked, if that makes sense. Yeah, it all worked. Now I'm hoping at some point soon build 57 is almost done. Build 57 is taking quite a while to do. He is on the ups and downs though. He is on the road, so I will give him that. And I'll tell you what, we're gonna have to just go around this way a little bit. Yeah, my plan is to get rid of the Renault. I've complained about this Renault now for way too long, and now that my Ford 8630's, I don't want to say finished, because I'm always trying to add new stuff to it, but now that's usable, I think that's going to be something we try and look for, because there's two versions to the 8630. There is the 90 to 93 model, which is 134 brake horsepower, which is actually less than this. Then we have the 92 to 97 model, which is 160 brake horsepower. So, you know, there are some, you know, that would be a little bit of a boost in power. It would also give me a chance to make sure everything with that mod is working. Now, the 8630 does have a couple of little issues, mod edit-wise, that I've done. Not that I've done, but the person whoever created or converted the mod from whatever version to 22 used the same fender textures as the interior textures. The problem with that is if you get wear on the fenders, you get a little bit of wear on the interior as well, which I don't actually mind. I think it looks pretty cool. Now, it's a personal preference, but yeah, I personally don't mind it. Same with dirt. The interior gets absolutely grafted inside. Obviously, interior dirt. Again, it uses the same texture as the fenders, so if you want the fenders to get dirty, the interior, so if you don't want that, you just have to remove that file basically. I don't mind it. I don't mind the interior of a cab getting dirty. I really don't. I think it's really good that it happens now. I don't know if that came up as completed. I wasn't really paying attention, but we will just finish this strip anyway. I'm hoping Field 57 gets done soon, because I would like to possibly crack on and there we go. It's just come up now. Like I said, there's no point in me finishing the contracts. I don't know. I know some people, it annoys some people I don't do it, but for me it's like, you know what I mean? 38, that's a ploughing contract. Now I am going to be looking at maybe trying to get this plough job on a worker, because I'd like to go and see how the cultivator's doing, if I'm honest. The fact that we need about £84,000 for the farm. That's exactly kind of what we need at the moment, £84,000. So we're getting there. Now we'll have quite a bit of an income come from the cultivating job. It's a relatively big field. I may look at trying to use a different cultivator in future. I do have another one that basically just is a little bit wider, just a little bit. Oh, it's on this side of the, I can get to it from this side, can I? Oh, it is from this side. There's a stream the other way. So I just want to I don't want to go like too mental. I don't think we really need a cosplay course for this one, but it would just be nice if we could maybe get a worker on that just for now, so we can just see how we're doing. How are we doing over here? That is still got a long way to go, hasn't it? So we are going to be... Oop, wrong one. I meant to be pressing the tab button. So we are going to be on the old plough for a little bit longer. I was hoping that might have finished by now, and then we can just move over to and do like a cultivating job, but that's not really going to happen over much today. This is Yeah, the Reynolds still, it's a fantastic mod. It's trying to pull a plough that it shouldn't really be able to pull. So it's having a few little issues with first, second and third gear. If we can get it going, that's one of the reasons why in that time lapse I stopped going up and down and started trying to go around again, just because at the end of the day I'm trying to keep the speed up so it doesn't change gear. Looking good. Oh, please let's get that cultivating job finished in this episode, because at the end of the day, if we can get that finished in this episode, we might be able to buy that farm today. Well, the more of these little fields that I can plough, the better chance I've got of doing it. Simple as. Obviously there's going to be some fertilising contracts also coming up. I could really do with that third tractor really quickly, but the problem is, in order to get a third tractor to do more jobs, I can't buy the farm, and I'm trying to prioritise the farm now. I'm trying to prioritise it. We need a base of operations, basically. We need a base of operations, so that's the main thing. Now, is this bringing stones up? Oh, I thought I turned stones off. Then again, I maybe didn't turn stones off. I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember if I turned stones off. But yeah, as you can see on the little mini-map, we've got a lot of contracts to do. Now, most of them are cultivating, ploughing, seeding, fertilising contracts. Obviously, the fertilising contracts we can do over winter, so we are prioritising them at the moment. They're not the end of the world if we don't get them done just yet. We are absolutely flying through these, and we are going to be buying a farm soon. I can't wait to buy a farm. I can't wait. See what I mean about lifting it up? If I just go around in circles, it just keeps the speed up. Second gear, I'll manually change that to third. Yeah, just sticking ever so slightly. Because I can just keep the revs up like that. Like I say, I don't really like going around corners like that with a plough. Makes it a little bit unrealistic, but I'm just trying to keep the revs up. It doesn't help the minute I put my wheels on the plough texture, it just loses all traction. There we go. Is looking good. So we've managed to get 3 fields ploughed today in the space of the cultivator, basically just doing one job. You never know, we might even get like another ploughed job done, a teeny tiny small job, who knows. See what I mean about just wheel spinning? Now we need bigger tyres. That would cure the problem. Bigger tyres on a plough. I know exactly what it needs. Because I'm going to be looking at trying to replace the Renault soon, I don't want to spend money and get tyres for it. You know what I mean? I feel that would be a waste of money. Especially if I can go and get the 8630 Ford. That would just make life super better, because that does come with some very nice tyres. It comes with wide tyres, dual tyres if you're on the Trelleborgs, obviously defaults. I even put narrow tyres on it because I just feel like all medium tractor should have narrow tyres, and this one didn't list any, so I have put narrow tyres on it as well. Like I said, the links are in the Discord, guys. All I ask is if anyone downloads it, it's just put a little reaction to the ones you've downloaded in Discord, because if no one puts a reaction and no one downloads it, I just won't bother keeping, you know, the link in there. Takes up cloud storage that I just don't really have and stuff. So yeah, that's all I ask, is just hit a little reaction, just kind of lets me know which ones people are liking. It just got gutted down. Right, this is nearly done, so I'm praying 57 gets done in this episode. I kind of want to keep this episode going. The reason I haven't done a second time lapse is I'm waiting for 57. I thought it might have been done by now. That is genuinely the case. I thought 57 might have been done by now. No, we've got a few contracts left. We can head our way up to field 120 next, actually. That's kind of in that direction. And there we go. Field 38 has just been completed. Wow, that means I've been playing for 35 minutes now. There we go, 1,900. So we've got 47.93. Where was 47? Because we were in the 40s here. Ah, 47's up at the top there. So yeah, like 120 would be the next port to go if we kind of like work our way around, really. 120 is definitely... And 120 is worth £4,300. So that is definitely our farm bought by doing that contract. And if I'd have realised how much that one was worth, I would not have done 38 first. Even though we were passing 38, field 120 is just over £4,000. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. So we need to turn right. This is the turn off I always miss. I always miss this turn off when I'm driving in third person on this road. Just gonna jump into first person to make it a little bit easier, just to see. I say I'm still just currently waiting for field 57 right now. He's not far off being done. I will give it that. He's not far off being done. Hang on a minute. 18. Yeah, 8. They must be cultivating jobs. Field 120 is here. So where is the gate to get into this field? There she is. Lovely. Wow, this is definitely a bigger field than I originally thought it was. Yeah, some of the gates now open wider as well. That is a lovely, lovely little update from Oxygen David, just to make some of the gates open that little bit wider. And yeah, it does just make life a lot easier to get in and out of some of these fields. Now, obviously, until 57 is done, guys, I am just going to manually do a little bit of this ploughing, because at the end of the day, I'm hoping to be, I don't know, this episode will be as long as this episode is. We just want to get 57 done, and hopefully we will have enough money to buy the farm in the next episode. That is kind of, I kind of would have liked to have bought it at the end of this episode, but I could always move the equipment off recording but still buy it in the next episode, if that makes sense. But yeah, we can start keeping a bit of grain as well from future harvests if we if we get this farm, because I know buying this farm, I do believe that it comes with chickens. And obviously, you know, if we do a harvest and we get a bit of wheat or barley or sorghum, But I wouldn't keep sorghum, to be fair, for chickens. It's sorghum's too good a price to sell. But obviously wheat and barley, we can keep that then for the chickens. So if we do own a farm and we do not have any land, you know, we would prioritise wheat and barley in the next harvest, because we'd be able to keep the excess for the chicken. And I think that's a good thing. Tell you what I haven't done. Give me 1 second. I haven't looked in the discount store. We have a telehandler. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember these. I remember that because I was umming and ahhing about buying that. 8.3 meters. It's not too bad. Bit overpriced. That's okay for £3,000. Get us something in advance. Just can't really. If it's there after we bought the farm, we'll buy that. At the end of the day, it's just a tank to hold some fertilizer and herbicide. And it would be nice to get a sprayer. £25 in wages, not too bad. Yeah, the time of me recording this episode, the other one's only been out about an hour. Don't believe I've got any comment on that yet. My phone hasn't gone off yet anyway at the time of me recording this anyway, so I'm not really sure what people have put from the last. Like I say, I'm having to record this well early just because my car's in the garage. Going in for its 2nd year service tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for me, which is obviously yesterday by the time you watch this. And then obviously on Wednesday I can get another video recorded. I might try and put out an extra video for Thursday. I'm not promising though. Like I say, I kind of snapped last week, you know, with ungrateful viewers. Not really, you know what I mean? Not basically kicking off because I didn't reply to them within 6 hours. But you know, if I had a full-time job, I'd be at work at least 8 to 12 hours a day. You know what I mean? And it will get to the point soon where I will go out. I will go back out and work. Just because I'm trying to buy a house and my side hustle income's okay. It's enough to live off as I am, because like my rent is mega cheap. You know what I mean? I pay like £400 a month rent. You know what I mean? It's mega cheap. The joys of living in the north. But yeah, my rent's mega cheap, so like my side hustle incomes and stuff is really really good, you know what I mean, for covering that. But buying our house is it'd be a lot easier if I just, but at the moment it's the holidays, you know what I mean. We need one parent at home during the holidays, because of my 2 autistic kids. So that's why I have the time to do YouTube, you know what I mean. But people need to realise that, you know, I do have 2 kids with special needs, and if one of my kids woke up now, for example, and was having a meltdown, I would just be stopping recording. There'd be a weird jump cut. It's just the way it is. Family will always come first over the videos, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to say you guys are not like family. You know, we're like a dysfunctional family in a way, but you know, IRL family has to come first, obviously. And yeah, just I did kind of snap. I won't apologise for what I said and having a go. You know, like I say, I had a very stressful last Monday, and it's just the way it is sometimes. Life is just like that sometimes. Now, field 57. Like I say, I'm trying to get field 57 finished so we can see if we've got enough money to buy the farm in the next episode, because I can move the stuff down off recording, and then, you know, we can go back to working in the next episode, you know what I mean. That's kind of what I want. Obviously I wouldn't buy the farm, I would just move the equipment, park it where I wanted, and then be like, you know, I'm gonna buy this. But yeah, we are so close. This field alone would help. I believe this field alone would give us the money to buy the farm, the one I'm doing now. So field 57 means we'll have a couple of £1,000 in the bank. Now we have still got some ploughing contracts left to do. We do still have some cultivating. Cultivating and ploughing for me right now are the best jobs. We already own a plough. We already own a cultivator. There is no consumables to buy. It is just fuel and time. We've got all that. Simple as. We've got all that. But once the farm is bought, replacing the Renault has to be top priority. We either need to replace it or we need to get a tractor to go alongside it. Now, the tractor going alongside it is... Yes, I know, I accidentally tried to hire a worker. You know, I wouldn't mind keeping the Renault. It does have its weird little issues, but if we replace it, we've still only got 2 tractors. You know what I mean? But we do need something with a front loader. So maybe, just maybe, if we can get our Ford that we want to buy, it might be worth buying the little £18,000 John Deere, because we can put a front loader on it. If we can then put a front loader on a tractor, we've just got a front loading tractor. So, you know, yes, it won't have very good top speed, but we would have a tractor with a front loader. That has to be, in my eyes, a really good idea. You know, we're going to need a front loader around 90%, guys. 90%. Field 57 has 10% to go. So I do apologise, this has been a slightly longer episode. I should have put another time lapse in, but I kind of was hoping that field was not going to take quite so long to cultivate. So that is definitely on me. It's also nice just to have a little bit longer episode. I really, you know, we didn't have many episodes last week. I will try and maybe get an episode out on Thursday this week as well. But like I say, kind of depending, you see, on what happens in the house. I say I always do my videos when my kids have gone off to schools and colleges, you see. I'm guaranteed 6 hours a day, peace and quiet. That's why my trucking channel has had I think it's had like 3 videos all holiday. I just don't get enough quiet time. I know right now it's like 9:15. My youngest is awake, and obviously, you know, me, him and the dog are the only ones up. Actually, the dog's gone back to sleep as well, so there's just me and my youngest up at the moment. Obviously, once I finish recording this, you know, I'll go and make sure he's alright, get him something to eat for brekkie and that. 9:15, I'm surprised he's up so early, but yeah, he'll be getting ready. He'll be playing FIFA or something daft like that. So I'm hoping for this final 10%. I'd love to get, there's a mod that tells you how far percentage completed contracts are, but because of how many contracts I've taken, if I was to use that, it would just be like a list right down the middle of the screen. I know, because I've tried to use it in the past, and I could limit myself to 2 or 3 contracts at a time, but then I'm always looking for contracts, and the way that the time scale works, I have thought about maybe putting the time to 5, leaving it on 5 and going to 2-day months. So I tell you what, let me know what you think about that, because it swings and roundabouts for me. We can either just leave it on 3, do as many jobs 1 day a month, or we can up it to 5 and do 2-day months. So we technically should get more done in a month. But yeah, let me know what you think about that as a possible change to the series. It'd be cool to just know what you think about that. Yeah, this has been about 40 minutes now, plus the first little bit when I tried to fix my wheel. But yeah, it's going to be a slightly longer episode. I genuinely can't and didn't realise how long Field 57 was going to take. He's got to be about done. I'm 87% done on this contract alone. I've done 41, 49, 38 and almost 20 in the time 57 has taken. That's absolutely crazy insane on how long that's taken, but I don't mind it. Like I say, if I can set a worker going to do a job on its own like that, I don't mind it doing a big field. You know what I mean? It's costing me £25 an hour plus a little bit of fuel. Trust me, that is 3 hours. It's maybe cost me about £100 in wages. Call it maybe £100 in fuel if you really want it to. That job's cost me £200 and I'm about to get £5 grand from doing it. Easy money all day long. Easy money. Right, let us get down here. Hopefully this is going to be almost done, but I think we're going to finish field 120. Either way, field 120 should possibly give me the money to buy that farm. So either of these fields completing first will give us the money. I say I do apologise for there not being a time lapse. I didn't think I'd get 3 more fields done before 57 was completed, but that was just me misjudging. And I wouldn't mind, but we harvested field 57. We know how long that contract took to harvest, but I just thought, well, 5 metre cultivator, it won't take that long. We need a wider cultivator, guys. We need a wider cultivator. 97% done, so that is going to be this contract finishing first, I do believe. Just waiting for it to come up to say we have completed this field, and there we go. Field 120 is completed. Let us get this one cashed in now so we can hopefully... Oh, hang on. It might not be enough. I thought it was £4,900. Right, let's have a look over on the map, guys. We are going to be buying this piece of land here. No! We need 500... let's just call it, we need £600. £600. That is absolutely crazy. We need £600. He's 99% done. I tell you what, let's just leave that there. There he is. He has finished the contract. There we go. Field 57 is complete. And we will leave him there. We'll turn him off. He's running low on fuel again, that Leyland. There we go. £6,849. So there we go, guys. We can now officially buy a farm. We are officially farm owners, or we will be in a minute. Stonebridge Farm, free range eggs. This is our farm. Let's just have a little look around the farm. I know some things have slightly changed on this map. I don't like how tight this bend is here. I don't like how tight that is to get in there. But there is an entrance into there. There's an entrance in that way, so that's good. I like that shed there. There was chickens on this farm, weren't there? Previously. Oh, there might be in there. So there, this is the farm we're going to buy, guys. And let's get this one. I keep pressing the wrong menu. There we go. Farmland. Farmland 181. 83,112. Boom. We have a farm. There we go, guys. And we've still got £6,400 in the bank. Yes, we can buy chickens. Fantastic. There we go. We've got a grain silo. We've got chickens. Just see what else we've got. We've got rabbits as well, so maybe we could do some contracts. You know, get some grass. Can we feed? I know you can feed them grass, but can you feed the rabbits hay, or is it grass only? because obviously we could do a hay contract. But there you go. As you can see, we've got a little bit of... This is definitely ours, isn't it? Yep. This is all our loose little bit of grass here. We've got a silage clamp there. A little bit of rubbish. We might look at removing some of this rubbish at some point. But there we go. Look at that nice little shed there. I'm loving this, guys. Somewhere to park our harvester. I think that might be a good place to park our harvester when we buy it. But yeah, there we go. We've got £6,427 left in the bank, and we are officially farm owners. This is what I wanted to get done today, and we have done it. We've got no fuel, so we'll buy some fuel. I think this should make life a little bit easier. We'll buy 1,000 litres. The Leyland can come down this way. Yeah, all I'm going to do off recording right now, guys, is I'm just going to spend a little bit of time and I'm going to start moving some of our equipment down. But there we go. We have bought a farm. Thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next episode.